Good morning and welcome back. Hopefully you had a restful spring break. So today we're going to move on to triangles. Okay, this is day one of triangles. We are going to classify triangles by their angles and sides. We're going to find the missing interior angle in a triangle. And as always, please remember to complete your do now. Some students have been forgetting the do now each day. Watch this video. Also, I have uploaded notes as a PDF in Classroom. You can use them as reference as well. And then complete the Google form. When you are done with all of the work, please complete the reflection, letting me know if you needed help on anything that was assigned today. You may also begin working on IXL W3. So as you can see here, these are the notes that are uploaded in Classroom. Triangles have 3 angles and 3 sides. The sum of the interior angles in the triangle equal 180 degrees. So the 3 angles, when added together, have to total 180 degrees. Triangles are classified by their angles and sides. This was, I'm sure, mentioned to you in 4th grade, but in case you forgot, we classify a triangle by the angles. So if the triangle has all acute angles, it's an acute triangle. If it has one right angle, it is a right triangle. And if it has one obtuse angle, it is an obtuse triangle. Okay? So all acute angles, it's an acute triangle. One right, it's a right. One obtuse, an obtuse triangle. We also classify a triangle by sides. So if a triangle has all sides that are equal, it's an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangles have all sides equal as well as all angles. So the measures of the interior angles of an equilateral triangle are 60 degrees. Isosceles triangle has 2 sides that are equal and 2 angles that are equal. And a scalene triangle has no equal sides and no equal angles. Okay, so triangles are classified by their angles and side. So first, let's look at the angles. We have a 72-degree angle, a 72-degree angle, and a 36-degree angle. All of these angles are less than 90 degrees, so this is an acute triangle, okay? All angles are less than 90, so they're all acute. Then we look at sides. We have a side measure of 4 8/10, a side measure in 4 8/10, and a side of 3. So because these 2 sides are equal, we could signify it by putting dash marks. It has 2 sides the same. It's called an isosceles triangle. So the triangle that is pictured here is an acute isosceles triangle. So we are going to classify the triangles by their angles and sides. We use these little dash marks to signify that the sides are equal. We also use the arches inside the angles to show that the angles are equal. And the box, if you remember from angles, that signifies it's a right angle. So if we look at the first triangle, this triangle has one right angle, so it's a right triangle, as well as 2 sides that are equal. So it's a right isosceles triangle. Okay? If we look at the next one has a right angle as well, so it's right. And then if we look, there's no sides that are equal, so it's a right scalene triangle. If we look at the third one on the bottom, the third one you have to look at, it has 3 acute angles, so it's acute. You might want to think that the 2 sides are equal, but they're not marked, so they are not equal. So it is an acute scalene triangle. And if you need your notes for today to get familiar with the vocab, please use them. And the fourth triangle that you see that 2 sides are equal, so we know it's going to be isosceles, and then it has one obtuse angle. So this triangle is an obtuse isosceles triangle, okay? You name it by its angles and its sides. So triangles have interior measures. That means the angles inside the triangle, they sum to 180 degrees. So when we want to find the missing measure, it's very easy. We can set an equation. So we have one angle that's 100, an angle that's 33 degrees, and an angle that's x. And we know the interior angles have to equal 180 degrees. So we combine our like terms, we get 133 plus x has to equal 180. And then we subtract 133 from both sides. and we get x to equal 47 degrees. So the missing measure, angle F, is 47 degrees. So if you remember in the last example, the interior angles in the triangle equal 180 degrees. So you know x plus 89 plus 54 have to equal 180. We combine our like terms, and you get 143 plus x equals 180. We subtract 143 from both sides, and we get x to equal 37 degrees. So the next example is very similar, except just one additional step. We know the three angles in the triangle are still going to equal 180 degrees. The first angle is 55 degrees. We have to remember the second angle we have right here, it's a right angle, so it's 90 degrees. And the third angle is 4x plus 3. We want to solve for x, so we are going to combine our like terms. We add 55 plus 90 plus 3, and we get 148 plus 4x equals 180. We subtract 148, and we get 4x equals 32. We divide by 4 to both sides, and we get x equals 8. Okay, so just by knowing that the sum of the interior angles equals 180, we could solve for x. I will show you one more example very similar to the one prior. So we have 54 degrees plus 85 plus x plus 47. All three have to equal 180 degrees. So we combine our like terms, and we get 186 plus x equals 180. We subtract 186 from both sides, and we get x equals -6. Now you might say to yourself, wow, but how could x be negative? But when you sub x back into this angle, you have a -6 plus 47, so really the measure of this angle is 41 degrees. And you can actually check by now adding 41 plus 54 plus 85 to see that the angles of the triangle would be 180 degrees. Okay, so please try your best on today's Google form. If you need help, we are now switching to Google Meet, so I will post the link in Classroom. Join Google Meet at 11:30 a.m. and I can help you live. Please use your notes and examples to become familiar with the vocabulary. I also typed out worked out examples on the notes for your reference, okay? These notes come in very handy when completing the form. If you need me, you can email me as well. Okay, try and have a great day.